300k a week, bro, and you can't even flipping score a goal in a bloody final. Our first final in 6 years, and we go mash it up. Rodri had a lot to say about Arsenal, and one of the things was the pressure is on them. And I think I might have to agree. Arteta, mate, you're supposed to be the genius behind Pep's blueprint. What's going on? Wingers, non existent. Panda Eyes, aka Trossard, non existent. Gyökeres, running around with the blindfold on. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't come in good spirits. I travelled all the way to the Emirates. If you've seen my last video, which will be at the end of this video, where you can see my matchday vlog, you're going to see the pain in my eyes and my boy Jay's eyes. We're going to talk about, can we win the Prem after this horrific loss? Now I want you to really hear me out with this one. Imagine 6 years, 6 cold years of no trophy and no silverware, and you have an opportunity to do it. And when you get the opportunity, you bottle it. That's exactly what happened to us. We bottled it. I watched the game firsthand in the stadium. I see my man Cherky doing kick-ups. I see Gyökeres. I see Saka. I see Panda Eyes doing jack. Saka, since he signed a new contract, this guy thinks he's the only one that runs in that team. Not passing to nobody else apart from his boys. Not passing the ball into the box to square his striker. It's let me just be the star boy, because you know what? I'm on 300k a week now. And that's how it looks. The defence, I've got no issues. Keeper, I have my things to say about him. You have a Golden Glove keeper on your bench and you'd rather start Kepa. Now, some fans will say he's a cup keeper. He should have started. It's totally fine. Look at Man City, they had Trafford. And that's my point. Like, Man City had Trafford, and he did a better job than Kepa. Kepa is one of the reasons why we lost, yes. Poor management. The attack is gone to crap. That's the only thing I could say. It's gone to crap in that game. It was absolutely diabolical. I told you, I was watching it. I was sitting there thinking, I left my warm room. I didn't stream that day. My brother filled in for me. I travelled all the way to Wembley. I was like shimmying between like 80,000 people. It was cold. It was miserable, but I had a victory in the back of my mind. Went to that stadium. I didn't get to even celebrate a goal. The whole time I was vlogging it, I was thinking to myself, this is really the team that's going to lift up the Premier League, the way they're playing right now. Absolutely trash. But will that stop us from winning the Premier League? That's the question today. I want to try to answer as best as I can. I want to know your thoughts in the comments below. But can this defeat actually make Arsenal lose the Premier League title? Now, I just want to talk to you about a few things before I dive in deeper. You know, before Man City won the Champions League, everyone was on them. Oh, you win the Premier League, win the Premier League. When's the Champions League going to come? And I feel like that could be the case of Arsenal. I feel like if we walk away with the Premier League, a lot of fans, from different teams, will be on us about, you haven't won the Champions League. Oh, you won the Prem. When's the Champions League coming? I feel like that's what would happen. The reason why I say that is because of past experiences with Man City, as I just mentioned before. But also, I feel like a lot of teams are happy that obviously we didn't win the cup against Man City because of the fan base. Our fan base is hated. Our fan base is annoying. I have to agree. I'm not that annoying, I don't think. I think I'm alright. Not to toot my own horn, but I've seen some worse takes on YouTube. I don't know if it's for the views, but some of the things that I'm seeing online, very questionable. Arsenal's loss to Man City did send a bit of a warning sign to me, I think, personally. Because I know winning a quadruple is near enough impossible. No team's done in the English team, so has done the quadruple. And the way I look at it is, you got your first final away from the FA Cup. If you was to lose any final, you would not want it to be the first final you're in. Do you get where I'm coming from? Because in a way, that kind of sets the tone. That, okay, let's say you did win the Carabao Cup last Sunday, and then you had the FA Cup. You lose the FA Cup. example. Fair enough. Cool. But then you win the Premier League. People are going to look at it like, okay, cool. Arsenal might not have done the treble. They might not have done the quadruple. But they walked away with the trophy in the first opportunity they had at Wembley. And I remember taking all the other factors about Wembley. Arteta's never lost at Wembley. Yeah, that's what I was singing. Arsenal haven't been beaten by Man City in the last 3 games. I was singing that. Man City's team is weaker than Arsenal's on paper. I was singing that. Arsenal want the Premier League more than Man City. I've been singing that as well. So I just want you to understand my points that the Carabao Cup was actually a much needed victory. Because that sets the tone. Because that's your first cup final in 6 years. Will it write off the Premier League? Right now, I'm not going to say no. Because the Premier League is about consistency. The final is obviously decided by 1 game. You win, you lose. You're going to walk away with the trophy, you're not going to walk away with it. That's ultimately what it comes down to. I get it. But I just want to know, how will this impact the team in a way which it could possibly demoralise them? And so far, a lot of players that play for Man City, you know, other leagues even, and managers, pundits, whoever it is, one common theme is Arsenal aren't great under pressure. And the way they're playing right now, the way it's looking, I think it's another case where, again, we crumble under pressure. I'm hoping that Arsenal prove me wrong. I want them to prove me wrong. But right now, that's the thought process in my head, is that they're starting to crumble. Because this Carabao Cup was a much-needed victory. We're not a team that just wants to settle for less. And, again, your first opportunity in 6 years. 6 years is a long time without a trophy. And you get the opportunity, bam, you bottle it. So, what faith have you given the fan base that you won't crumble the Premier League again? What faith have you given the fan base that you won't crumble the Champions League or the FA Cup? What trophy would I want the most out of all them cups? I'm saying Premier League. I don't know about you guys at home, but I want the Premier League more because it's been 22 years. A very, very long time. Champions League, I do want it because we never had a Champions League in our history. But I feel like the stepping stone, like kind of like, I'm going from the logic of the stepping stone. You win the Carabao Cup, you can move on to the next one, yeah? So look at it like this. You win the Premier League this year. You might not win the Champions League next year, but if you win the Premier League again, just saying. It's the team and the fan base having that belief that, you know what, if we could do something like this win the Premier League, we can definitely win the Champions League with the team we've got. And how difficult it is to win the Premier League, especially when you've got teams like Liverpool, Man City, Man United are coming up now. It is a big thing. The Premier League is the best league in the world right now for that reason. Because of all the teams that are constantly trying to battle for the Premier League. And there'll be teams that emerge, which you might not expect at the start of the season. Like Aston Villa almost were challenging for the Premier League. In September, I don't think anybody would have put them in the bracket. Maybe top 4 spot, maximum. But look how things change. Liverpool on the down, Chelsea on the down, Aston Villa, and guess who pops out of nowhere when they're having a torrid time? Man United. So this is what I'm saying. It's just, for me, I do feel slightly worried, I'll be honest. And it's not because I don't have faith in my team, but it's because of what I saw firsthand when I went to Wembley. Like, Turkey had the ball. And let me tell you guys, this guy had the ball, and I did not see him get tackled once. Declan Rice looks absolutely exhausted. Saka is just thinking about himself. That's how he looked on the pitch. Gyökeres, poor guy, just run left, right, and centre, not getting any service. Havertz, I don't think he had a bad game. Ben White and the back line, amazing. The keeper is the reason why the goals went in. Not the defence's fault. Keeper could have easily handled that ball. Slipped through his hands, bam, in the net. Nico Riley. Like, it was comical, honestly. But issues are within the team. The issue isn't with Man City beating a better team. Arsenal did not lose because Man City were better. Arsenal lost because Arsenal couldn't live up to the standards on the day. The first half, we played great football. Decent, had a few pops at goal. Second half, didn't even get a sniff of the ball. And it came down to players and poor management. Certain players shouldn't be on the pitch. Certain players should have been taken off early. And I'm hoping that that loss can wake up Arsenal. Now, the good thing is, when Arsenal have lost in the past or drawn, they kind of go on a win streak a little bit. I know you think about it, you've got 7 games to go. You know, if Man City beat Palace, it'll be down to 6 points now in the table after international break. But again, anything can happen. We've been in this position before where we're in touching distance in the Premier League and then bam, we lose it. If we lost the Premier League and won the FA Cup, is that a successful season? I don't think so. It's not, because you've been at the top of the table more than any other team in the Prem. And then at the last minute, bam, crash. And obviously the Premier League does hold more weight than the FA Cup. So these are my reasons. But, you know, this game, it stresses you out. You know, this team, it does your head in. This team ages you. As Arsenal fans, I think we can all say that. Whether you agree with my videos and my points or not, Arsenal can age you, mate. Yeah? When a girl asks me, are you patient? I'm like, my brother, look at the badge. Wait, let me get in the camera. This badge should say patience. That's what it should say. Patience with the gun. Because that's what I've been having with this team this year. But I just want to say thank you to everybody that's watched my video. If you stepped this far, you know what to do. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And remember, if you want to check out my vlog about the Man City performance against Arsenal, it'll be at the end of the video. But till next time.